Thank you, Chairman Rush and Ranking Member Upton, for the hosting today's important hearing. As the COVID-19 pandemic has devastated the entire United States economy and to the extent the world, it is important that Congress continue to conduct its oversight and legislative duties to provide economic relief to all Americans nationwide. Before the pandemic, Arizona ranked third in the nation for total amount of solar capacity installed, while also being the home to over 470 solar companies that have invested over $12 billion into the state's economy. Since the pandemic, Arizona's clean energy sector has lost nearly 10,000 jobs. Overall, this job loss is in addition to the increasing amount of coal plant retirements throughout the Southwest, including in my district, where the Navajo Generating Station and Kayenta Mine lost nearly 900 jobs late last year. As the country continues to battle this tragic pandemic and offer proposals for reinventing the economy, Congress must provide the energy sector with sound public policy guidance. Secretary Menez, in your testimony, you emphasize the importance of building diverse coalitions of energy stakeholders to ensure the clean energy transformation benefits all energy workers and their families. I'm sure you know the number of coal plant retirements nationwide has continued to accelerate in recent years, which has left countless workers either facing early retirement or suddenly looking for new forms of employment. How can the clean energy sector's economy recovery also be inclusive of coal workers who have recently been impacted or soon will be by more plant closures nationwide? Thank you.
Well, certainly, just reinforce what you, of course, said, Congressman. That obviously in the coal business, that's the place where pre-COVID we were already seeing lots of job reductions in the supply chain. Now, I think there are. I've also emphasized that solutions tend to be very regional or community focused, and so there's not one size fits all. For example, in West Virginia, the decrease in coal has seen an increase in natural gas, somewhat compensating, and with some of the same workers carried there. But of course, when you mentioned the Navajo station, that's a very, very different kind of a situation. And there, by the way, I think that we need. I'll be honest. I tried, and we made some progress in getting a credit loan subsidy passed for Indian land energy projects, which could leverage about $100 million of projects, but that is frankly orders of magnitude too small. And I think that we need to have a very, very serious initiative now to get Native American, indigenous people lands really as part of the energy revolution, and have them be part of the jobs to create that industry. Otherwise, I mean, besides those two specific locations, it comes down to the issue of, I think, looking at community assets. And I might say that we are doing a project right now with my MIT hat on that will include looking at a coal country county, and looking specifically at what are all the assets that they have in terms of having a bright future in a future low carbon economy. But I think that's the way it works. I think it's not a one size fits all. I think it's really a place by place, hard look at the assets and making sure that we minimize any kind of stranded workers, including, of course, the coal workers.
Thank you, Secretary. I appreciate that. And I'll look forward to having a discussion with you on your thoughts on the entire process.